everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Reaction Wednesday. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. What we do here is predictions on Saturday and reactions on Wednesday. Thank you for 70 subscribers. Let's see if we can get to 100 by, let's see, maybe the end of 2020. I don't know if I could get 30 subscribers by the end of 2020, but if you would like to help in that case, please like and subscribe. And good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good one and enjoy the video. Alrighty, first up, Texans at Chicago. Chicago stomped over the Texans. Deshaun Watson got hurt. 36-7 in the final score. I forgot to say that we do run over on the games on reactions, and we also do run over all the games of the upcoming week on Saturday. And then we predict the outcomes of that game, and then we just react to the games. But anyways, yeah, Chicago stomped over the Texans 36-7. Deshaun Watson ended up getting hurt, so that didn't help in their case. They're at the red zone, about to score, and now the Texans aren't looking good for the playoffs. I don't think they were from the beginning of the season, and now they're definitely not. And Chicago still doesn't look that great for the playoffs, but you never know. Maybe a wild card for them. But yeah, that was a really shocker. 36-7, Chicago wins this one. Alrighty, next up we have Dallas at Bengals. 30-7 in this one. Brandon Allen does not look like a starting quarterback whatsoever. We've seen it, and we've seen what he could do, and it's obviously not any good. So he's definitely not going to be the starter next year for the Bengals. Joe Burrow will be back next year, hopefully. And yeah, Dallas wins this one 37. Andy Dalton ended up starting, and yeah, they had a great game. Pass game was on it, and so wasn't the run game. Everything was going right for the Dallas Cowboys, and the Bengals just haven't been able to put up points these past weeks, and I didn't expect them to do it against Dallas. So Dallas wins this one 37. Next up, a surprisingly close one. Packers at Lions, 31-24. What a great game by both teams. There's a couple of calls in this game that could have gotten Lions to a good point in that game. But the Packers ended up winning this one. Their offense has been moving good against certain defenses, and the Lions weren't able to stop them. The run game was on, and so was the pass game. And they end up scoring 31 points and the Lions 24. But a really close game, great game by these two teams. And there's a couple calls that I disagree with that were on the Lions. No, it wasn't a penalty, but there's just a couple of calls that I didn't agree with in that game. But either way, Packers end up winning 31-24. Next up, a close game. I thought Miami was going to win this one. Chiefs at Miami. Miami almost came up with a win. Patrick Mahomes had the case of Carson Wentz with 3 interceptions. And I think that's what we're going to call it, the Carson Wentz virus. But he had the Carson Wentz virus through 3 interceptions against a good Miami defense. They haven't been that great this year, but they showed up on the Chiefs last Sunday and ended up putting 27 points. Tua was good, but Gesicki had a great game like he has been. Honestly, he's been doing really good, but Patrick Mahomes just came up with that at the end, and I kind of expected this one. The Chiefs always find a way to win, and they certainly did this one. 33-27, a high-scoring game, but also a close one. Next up, kind of a boring game, Cardinals at Giants. This wasn't really an entertaining one, 26-7. Cardinals end up bouncing back from the loss, and they end up winning against a not-so-great Giants team. 26-7, Colt McCoy ended up starting for the Giants. Didn't do well against the Cardinals, but he did well against the Seahawks, which is surprising. Maybe it just wasn't his game. I don't know what went on, but Cardinals end up winning this one 26-7. And Giants' offense just wasn't able to get going, and Cardinals' defense had a great game. Okay, next up we have Vikings at Bucks. Bucks end up winning 26-14. Both offense weren't able to get rolling, but the Bucks end up finding a way to score and put up points, which gives them a 26-14 lead. And I was kind of expecting this. The Bucks have been great this year. Tom Brady, he's kind of been on and off. He's thrown 3 interceptions one game and then perfect the next game. 3 interceptions one game, perfect the next game. But otherwise than that, they still came up with a dub, 26-14 Bucks. The next up, Denver at Panthers. Almost a perfect game for Drew Lock. Drew Lock was amazing this game. 32-27 in this one. Teddy Bridgewater just hasn't been getting anything, been able to get a win. But their defense honestly didn't play that well. That game let up 32 points, and the blocking was just on point for Denver. Denver's blocking offensive line did really well against kind of a weak Panthers defense, and they showed it there, letting up to 32 points against a not so great Denver offense. That's why I didn't expect Denver to come up with this one. But yeah, really great defense by Broncos, but they did let up 27 points. Either way, this was a close game, but Drew Lock almost had a perfect game. Jerry Jeudy got a couple of deep passes, and yeah, really great game by both teams. 32-27 in this one. Denver wins. Next up, Titans at Jags. I should have known Derrick Henry is going to be great this game. Jags have obviously shown that they cannot handle the run game against Tennessee and Derrick Henry. 31-10, Titans end up winning this one. Jags weren't able to get anything moving on offense. Same with defense. They couldn't stop Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, absolutely amazing. 2 touchdowns on the day, and they couldn't stop him this game. I don't know what happened, but yeah, Derrick Henry's just a beast. I think that's what happened. Derrick Henry cannot be contained by that Jags defense, and it's been shown time and time again. And next time these two teams face off, I'll be sure to give Derrick Henry a big game, because now I've learned Jags cannot handle Derrick Henry. So 31-10, Titans end up winning this one. Next up is Colts at Raiders. This gave Patriots kind of a great, a good playoff chance. This was one of the teams that they were rooting for. The Colts, 44-27, they absolutely stomped on the Raiders defense. And now the Raiders aren't looking that great for the playoffs, to be honest. They're still on the hunt. I believe they're going to keep it that way. And I don't believe they're a playoff team. I mean, earlier this season, I would have thought that they're a playoff team, but from what they've shown these past few weeks, they're not a playoff team. But the Colts might honestly be a playoff team. I think they can be. I think they honestly are a playoff team if they keep this win streak going. They only have 3 more weeks to go, so 3 more games. They are definitely in the playoffs right now. Colts are in the playoffs, I believe, right now. And the Raiders are still in the hunt. It's going to keep that way if they continue to play like this. Lose to Atlanta, lose to Colts. You can't lose to teams like this. If you're going to be a playoff team, then you have to beat teams like the Colts. And the Colts just absolutely stomped on the Raiders. 44-27. The next game, another high-scoring 140. Seahawks, 3 Jets. Jets at Seahawks. Seahawks ended up winning this one. I think everybody expected them. Seahawks offense wasn't able to be contained, and the Jets offense just kept it going, couldn't get it going. And the Seahawks defense actually played well. So if Sam Darnold had a good game, then I think it would have been beneficial that Seahawks defense would be the worst defense in the NFL if they let up that points against Sam Darnold and his team. But 3-40, Seahawks end up winning this one. Next up, Saints at Eagles. Jalen Hurts wins his first starting game, a big game too, against the Saints, 21-24. This was just a great game by both teams. Both offenses weren't really able to get it going, but Jalen Hurts had an amazing game. Yeah, really, really good game. I believe Carson Wentz had found his spot on the team on the bench, and Jalen Hurts, I believe, will be starting for the rest of the season and next season if they don't let him go. But 24-21, Eagles end up winning this one. The coach for the Eagles proved that it wasn't the coaching and it was Carson Wentz, because they won against the Saints, which I expected the Saints to win because they've just been great this season. But Taysom Hill isn't the guy. I don't think so. So 24-21 Eagles. Okay, next up is Falcons at Chargers. Chargers end up winning this one 2017 in a close game. Not a really high-scoring one. From what we've seen of the Falcons offense, I believe that the Falcons could get it going on offense, but I guess not. 17-20, Chargers end up winning this one. Alrighty, next up, Washington at 49ers. Washington ends up winning this one 23-15. 49ers team just hasn't been that great. Nick Mullins hasn't been helping that Jimmy Garoppolo's hurt every season, it seems to be. Well, not every season, but this season he's been injury prone. And so Washington ends up winning this one. They've been able to come away with some upsets this past few weeks. I believe that the 49ers would win this one, but they just weren't able to get anything going. Washington's defense has been proving everybody wrong and been stepping up 23-15 in this one. Washington. Next up, Steelers at Bills. Steelers have now shown that with a tough schedule, they cannot win. 26-15 Bills. I believe that that the Steelers should be the number 2 seed, and Kansas City is the number 1 seed. I believe it's this way now, but I believe that the Kansas City Chiefs are the number 1 seed. But yeah, Steelers, I don't have any faith in them anymore. 15-26. They haven't been able to get anything going on offense, and with tough schedule, they aren't able to win. And they've now proven that with an easy schedule. They've gone away with an easy schedule. So to lose this game, it felt nice for most NFL fans. And yeah, they just proved everybody right that with a tough schedule, they could not win. So 15-26 Bills. Bills offense was not being able to stop. Steelers defense wasn't able to stop the Bills offense. I believe that the Steelers defense would be good, but I guess not. So 26-15 Bills. Next up, Ravens at Browns. Not much to say about, well, actually there is. Great game by both teams. 42-47 at the end. The safety happened for the Browns. They're trying to lateral it everywhere. Didn't work. It ended up going in the Ravens' favor. So 47-42, Justin Tucker for the win. And what really sealed it was the safety at the end. 42-47, a really high-scoring game. Great game by both teams. I thought the Browns would personally win this one watching the game from my TV. I believe that the Browns would win, but Lamar could not be contained this game. Lamar definitely was the player of the game. Maybe player of the whole NFL week. But yeah, really great game by both teams, but I'll be excited to see how this one turns out next time they face off, because, yeah, really great game. Now that hurts the Patriots' playoff chances. I don't believe the Patriots will get into the playoffs, but I think they're done and the Ravens, yeah, I believe they're going to go on a win streak from here on out. So, yeah, that really hurts the Patriots' playoff chances. And that's why I think the Ravens can make it all the way. Not all the way, but to the playoffs. And the Browns, they might be able to still make it to the playoffs. It's been a long time for Cleveland fans. So, we'll see how that plays out. Alrighty, everybody. Hope you enjoyed Reaction Wednesday. Come back on Saturday for my predictions of Week 15 in the NFL. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye.